Hello, everybody.
Hiya.
So there you go. That was part one of the Heskin Hall Shopping Village. What did we
Hello,
all think?
that was what. You know what? I love that place, and it gave us the creeps, didn't it? You know, you go there during the day, and it's a lovely feeling to the place.
Well, I think
It's not scary at all.
yeah, you're breaking up there a little bit.
Okay,
Are
sorry.
you back? No, go on. Say it again. It was just it stuttered for some reason. It's probably
During the day, it's an amazing place. No, it's an amazing place to go shopping. It's a lovely atmosphere to it. Come night time, it's completely different. When them lights go
yeah,
out,
yeah,
it's just the attention of somebody watching you constantly. And it's literally a cow shed, nothing more. And then there's added bits on it. But again, it's the grounds before. And when we did our video our episode over in Heskin Hall, it said about the grounds,
yeah. Dead.
about
Yeah,
everybody died on the grounds.
yeah,
So we might be going back to medieval times. We're going back many, 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 many years. And I think there is a lot of going on around that place. But compared with
yeah.
yourself, what we're doing,
I think.
it's mad.
I think a lot of the sort of the bloody history on the grounds on the Heskin Halls going back towards Tudor period, Henry VIII time. So I think it was used as
Yeah,
like a place to where taxes were collected
they
originally,
were. And
and a court like a town courthouse as well, wasn't it? So
yeah, it was.
there's some real dark history in
On the grounds
associated
alone.
to the whole grounds alone. I think more than
Yeah.
anything for me, I completely sleepwalked into that situation. I was so unprepared for what happened on the night.
And you
Hi,
still
hi,
don't need to.
Diane. Are you okay? I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Hi!
Yeah, completely sleepwalked into it. We had issues from the word get go. I don't know if you all noticed with the interview at the beginning, the audio quality was absolutely terrible, and then throughout the night, the focusing on the video I couldn't pull focus at all. So I had lots of technical issues, and we went through a lot of batteries for the amount of time I was there. Anyway, I think Ian had a few issues with his tech as well.
Oh, yeah, I think
Um,
so, yeah.
so, but what we're going to do is we're going to jump it back into the video and just have a recap, and we'll sort of talk about our experiences as we go, sort of thing. We can probably expand on it a little bit. This method of what we're doing at the moment in delivering content is new to us. We're experimenting at the moment, aren't we? But
We are.
potentially this could be the way forward from now on. It'll be a video, then a live stream, a video, then a live stream, and at some point we might be able to link live streams into the investigation as well.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'd like for us to go over our old episodes, Aaron,
yeah, that'd be really good too. I mean, yeah, I mean,
that we could talk about,
yeah,
because so much happened.
yeah. I mean, we could
And
go.
obviously,
I'm just looking now on our YouTube page, and we can go back 10 years. So got plenty of footage to go through. Um,
yeah. Also,
but
our new ones that
yeah,
are
that's
quite
it.
exciting.
Yeah, we've got some new ones. We've got some of the ones from Paraflix that we can pull over and upload as well. So there's quite a lot of content coming soon, and the plan is to expand the YouTube page because it is neglected, and as much as we've wanted to put a lot of stuff on, we've not been able to due to other commitments. But we are going to be able to hopefully put a hell of a lot more on here now, so you'll be able to watch us for absolutely free, and that's the important thing. But yeah, I think for tonight, the more importantly, we're gonna jump back into the Heskin episode, and we'll just go through a few bits. Also, massive shout out to Victoria. She was fantastic, wasn't she? She
She
did
was.
really good.
She's currently away at the moment, but hopefully she'll try and get in and do some questions and answers, maybe on another location, or we can go over it again with her.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
Maybe get some of the shopkeepers, they can all come round here and sit behind me, and we can all, what's it called, get on a chat about it. Because Diane's just put up now that her shop is next to the boutique, and we're experiencing things being lifted from the hooks and described by Linda in the. Also, we are reacting at last week had flowers thrown off a cake. I saw that video and I'm quite impressed with it actually.
Oh, they caught it on video, have they?
Yeah, they've caught it on video. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You see the cake, the upside down cake, and it's got all the flowers around it. And it's by, as you know, Diane's shop is by the staircase where the snowman was. So I'll get Di to send them over to you. Maybe we can add this if we possibly can do that. You're the tech guy. I'm looking about that.
Well, we can certainly put it into one of our live streams and have a watch of it. Definitely.
Yeah. I think so.
I'm just trying to find that snowman part now, so we've got an idea of what we're looking at, and then anybody else watching would get an understanding of what we're talking about.
I don't know.
we all look scary. Like I say, from a technical standpoint, we really struggled in terms of lighting and stuff. Right, so we're looking at the snowman now.
Yeah.
Do we?
Her shop's just to the right of it. Yeah, the shop.
Just to the right of what, the staircase?
Yes, to the left of the staircase. But where Alan stood now, she's got a table. If you can go back, where Alan was stood, she's got a table there now, and that's where the upside down cake is, and that's where she's got a CCTV.
Right.
And it caught the flowers. 1 minute they were on the cake, next minute they were, and it was the middle of the daytime as well.
Right. Okay.
Is that correct? Hi, Perfect Therapies. How are you, Sarah?
And again, there, just backing up what Diane's saying, that sort of backs up what Linda was saying initially in the beginning of the video, as well. We'll come back to the snowman area because I just wanted to take a minute just to talk about.
Because you know, I just chat all day long, Aaron. So you do what.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I feel I absolutely must just confirm what happened with the audio here. Because you know me, my standards are stupidly high when it comes to the audio quality, and I mean, yeah, I'll let you listen.
Some kind or other, and took it all with a pinch of salt, really. But I find
so obviously you can hear her, but it's very edited. I had to put a lot of noise removal in there. Just because it's a busy area, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people working still, and
they were getting closed, weren't they? They were shutting the shop.
Yeah, and also my microphone kept turning itself off for no reason. The best part about the microphone is it's got no batteries in it, so it shouldn't at all.
If you go back before this, we got there from 4 o'clock. Poor Linda finished at 5, and she was still waiting for us nearly at 6:30. Because nothing was going right.
Yeah, everything went wrong. We usually have a really tight filming schedule as well. When we go in there, we know exactly what we're doing. We right down to all the B-roll footage and everything. And again, like I say, I completely sleptwalked into the building. I treated it just like it was going to be any other night when we're out filming at other locations. And by God, I was wrong. I know, there's no crazy visual evidence, but we had a lot of electromagnetic field disturbances all around the building. Nowhere near electrical devices either in certain parts of the area. There's nothing really that could interfere with those REM pods at all.
No, see, I know some stuff now because after the boat, I don't want to say anything. I will do next when we've got the conclusion of part 2, because I went up to speak to the owners, Angela and Sarah at the time, and I explained what happened to yourself and the names, everything all rang true, which was quite frightening for you, and I don't think you'll ever forgive me, will you? Trying to get you in that place now is unbelievable.
Yeah, I've not been comfortable at all ever since, really. I've been in once since, and I was there for a matter of 3 or 4 minutes, and I had to leave.
Yeah.
Go on.
I've got Perfect Therapies. She's up the top of the stairs on your right. Our Sarah, and she's just saying she's loved the video, and it is a different feeling at night. And then we've got we caught it on video from last week, from the 8th of June. Is that correct? So yeah, I will send that to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Aaron, so
yeah.
well, I'll get Di to send it to yourself.
Yeah, well, we can get it on the stream. It's all evidence that backs up the case that Heskin Hall in general, so not just the shops but the actual property as well, is 100% haunted as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have so much visual evidence, and it's very much the same in the house as well. To be fair, in the house it was a lot of audibles, so you know. Bloody hell, the word's gone from my head. EVPs, there we go. It's been a while. I'm a bit rusty on the old lingo there, but electronic voice phenomenon. We've caught all kinds of EVPs over in the house. We've got a couple of EVPs that I'll go back over again so you can hear it on a bit of a loop in a moment in the shops as well.
When we get to the end of that name we heard, I think we everybody to hear that we can stop on that. So should we carry on, stop talking and put through, and we can keep stopping every way?
Yeah. So I just want to go back over the little bit where Victoria's talking about Tom, because I feel like he stole the show in terms of sort of making himself known. Do you know what I mean? Like he really did, and I feel like I owe this bloke something because he helped me get out, which we'll talk about in a minute. So let me just find that bit.
It did belong, all the land and all the buildings always belonged to that. So that goes back from... Yeah,
we need to ask them to go away. Down here, feel how it gets colder?
Yeah.
And the energy change. And now here it's getting warmer.
The shopkeepers have told me...
You feel you might get some cheeky people over there. So that might be where the... children's quarters were.
Okay, can we just step in here?
So we'll just skip past this bit a little bit.
I don't know if it's going to be here.
It was funny as well when with Victoria, because she said basically she didn't want to get involved in the investigation because she didn't want the feelings to sort of carry on with her.
Yeah. It scares her. She really was frightened. God bless her.
But the thing about that whole situation is that the same thing happened to me, quite literally. And now when I go in there, I don't want to get involved in. I don't even want to think about the paranormal when I go in there. So I know exactly where she's coming from when she's talking about that.
Because you can feel. I feel energy, so I know where they are. I'm not going to invite anybody in to my space.
No.
Because although I'm a working medium, I pick up their feelings, their emotions.
Yeah, she's hitting the nail on the head there, isn't she?
I don't want to carry that.
I know that feeling myself.
Be invited into their space.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, this is why this is what we think we've been invited here.
Yeah, I do. I think we've been invited as well.
Yeah, I think that's what we say, don't we, Aaron?
Do it for so.
We always say, as you know, as soon as I walk in the building, thank you for inviting us here. Because we've been to some amazing buildings that has never been put out there.
Yeah.
And why we've been drawn to that building, people just asking us to go. So again, it is, you always say thank you,
Ultimately, it's a respect thing as well, isn't it?
Respect, definitely.
It's at the end of the day, you're talking to another human being, just not on this plane of life. That's how I like to look at it. The only issue is in certain places, the feelings aren't mutual, and they'll make themselves very apparent in regards to that. I can see that. Yeah, just looking at that there. Then she goes in there early in the morning. She hears footsteps and creaking on the floorboards, so someone's walking, but there's no one there. We caught footsteps. There is footsteps in this, so I'll come to that as well. But that's how we felt, didn't we? So we felt like we were being followed, because it's a bit of a warren the way it's set up. It's a bit of a warren, isn't it? But we got all kinds. Alan was picking up loads of noises as well. He said he could hear what sounded like a child's toy at one point, which unfortunately we didn't pick up on camera. But Ian confirmed hearing it as well. Because one of the things we like to do when we are investigating is, like, if we can, we'll confirm it. So, say for example, I hear something, I'll then ask if somebody else heard it. They might say no. If they say no, then it could be a psychological attribute. You might have just been hearing something or interpreting something incorrectly. However, if multiple people agree and
hear
concur
and
and hear the same thing, then you're all coming to a point of agreement that that's a bit strange. And that's basically what we were doing in this initial walk around in there, weren't we?
I just love the whole building. I love the building that to this day, and I'd go every single day if I could.
So Diane's
just something
saying
about it.
they don't like this room and she won't go in it, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't remember where this room is. Do you remember where it is, Mum?
Where are we?
Let's see, we just skip back a little bit. I genuinely can't remember being in this room.
Where are we?
You can feel. I feel energy, so I know where they are. I'm not going to invite anybody in to my space.
I'm not sure where that is.
Because although I'm
Don't die, Sarah. Where are we?
I pick up their feelings, their emotions, their fear. Yeah. And I don't want to carry that.
Fire shop, is it?
Yeah, I'd rather.
What was the fire shop, which is now a bike shop?
Yeah. Well, this is why we've been invited here.
Yeah, I do.
Brilliant people over there. You know,
admire
the owners are amazing.
I'm just
to carry that.
looking for the bit where she talks about Tom.
I feel energy, so I know where.
I've no idea.
Okay.
I've no idea.
I'd do a check.
We'll buy the what's it called now? We'll buy the bathroom outside
Yeah.
the boutique Freckles, and we're stood in front of Diane. It's by Diane, the staircase. I think. Am I right?
I feel energy, so I know where.
The shopkeepers have told us quite a lot, and what you're picking up now, so that is really good, especially the area.
Right.
as
Okay.
well.
I do feel.
Yeah, next to the hairdressers.
towards the
Yes,
back
Tammy.
of
Thank
this
you.
building that you'll get a lot of activity tonight.
Okay.
And I do feel you might get some cheeky people over there, so that might be where the children's quarters were.
Okay. Can we just step in here?
Where's the bit where she talks about
Okay.
Tom? She definitely talks about him, doesn't she?
A walk round.
I think it's as we're walking down the corridor, isn't it?
Is it further on? No, it can't be, because that's where Alan...
But we love it, don't we?
Yeah. And I don't want to carry that.
Hooked.
In here.
Oh, amazing. Really, really good. So come on then. Tell us what's going on.
Sure,
what you
she's
think maybe is
God
going
bless
on.
her.
had
I know,
a-
you can tell. You can tell.
a walk round earlier, and here, well, I think tonight you're going to get a lot of activity up here.
Okay.
And as we walk down,
Victoria has a shop in Heskin itself, doesn't she, as well? Am I right in thinking that?
No. She's got a friend, Amanda, who's upstairs, who does all the fancy head guy.
That's
Here
it.
by the handbag school. It's her friend.
That's right.
as we're walking down here, now this is the old part of Heskin Hall, isn't it?
Yeah, the shopping village, yeah.
Yeah. Did part of this used to be outdoors?
Tell you the truth, I don't know. It used to be like cow sheds, milk sheds.
Right, okay, so that's why you're getting the outdoor feeling, because
Yeah, they would have been separate buildings initially.
Right, okay.
that's how I feel.
I think the result, like, it was quite
I feel more
long,
like
and then the ad where the two beds,
family-orientated.
now the restaurant and the
There was a
staircase,
family
that's
here,
all new.
that's where
Yeah.
the sadness-
And I think as well, to take note, is obviously the shops are evolving and changing on a regular basis. Obviously, stock changes,
Oh,
people move
wow.
in, people move out. All that sort of activity can definitely trigger paranormal activity as well. I mean, if you think about it, you hear these stories about people doing renovations on the homes and things
Yeah,
like that.
Say that.
And that triggers paranormal activity, so it makes sense. It's like Bygone Times, which is literally down the road from here. Exact same thing. You've got all these stalls that are constantly changing with different objects and things like and antiques going in and out and stuff. It definitely stirs the
I do
pot and
miss
stirs
that
the energy up.
place.
Yeah, Bygone Times is a good place. Keep moving.
Right, let's get these stuff.
Right here. This is literally where she... I'm just trying to find...
Step back, please.
Yeah. So again, here with these lights, these are what we call REM pods, and basically they're like a proximity sensor, and any electromagnetic field energy that sort of interrupts that proximity sensor, it'll cause an audible alarm, and it gives us an idea pinpoint where the energy is within the buildings. The strange thing about this place in particular, if you notice, we're putting REM pods where we usually have one side of the room and one the other side of the room, is that when one goes off, the other one doesn't go off. But then when the other one goes off, the other one does go off. So it's like the energy's actually moving with us as we're walking through the corridors. And we were and there was a feeling of being followed as well, wasn't there? 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was everywhere you look. You just felt that there's eyes everywhere around you.
Yeah, yeah.
You really do.
Whoa, right in the doorway. Can you step back, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, that's amazing. Whatever it is, I think something's following us.
Yeah, definitely. But that was the feeling we were getting before whilst we were walking around with the medium, like somebody was following us.
Okay.
And she didn't like this energy. She didn't like the energy from there, but she's not thinking it's no negativity or anything like that
I don't
here.
feel that. At the moment, I don't.
It's like a protection. There's a gentleman that's protecting the building,
Okay.
and he's going to protect us tonight as well. But also, as we go a bit further along, there's other areas where people don't like it.
Okay.
Especially.
See, there's noises there in the background, and I've not highlighted them because I can't work out where they were coming from exactly. And
But you know, sorry, Aaron, go on.
No, go on.
You know, I was watching this back, even though I watched it with you the other week while I was out. I was watching this tonight, and I thought, I can hear whispering.
Yeah.
And everybody that's there is, like, there was myself and Ellen talking. Then you've got Diane who is so quiet behind the camera. But you can hear whispering.
You
And I'm
can
thinking,
definitely hear
who
something.
the hell's that?
The problem
Yeah.
I've got is I can't say it's paranormal because I couldn't pinpoint it. None of us reacted to it, but it seems to be
No.
constant. But there was also
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a toilet or there was pipes of some sort, and there was
We're stood by the toilets.
there was
We're stood by some
dripping
yeah.
water sound as well. So that's the reason why I've not highlighted this and necessarily said it was paranormal. It definitely caught my ear though. It still catches me ear now listening to it.
Upstairs.
I know.
As in
There's
what
a
ways?
man
Is the
what
atmosphere
been
changes?
watching. There's somebody
Is there a
watching.
different
that.
atmosphere
Yeah.
in these particular areas?
Definitely.
I don't feel negativity
I'm
at the
freezing
moment.
here.
It's really, really cold here, but I don't feel not. But I do feel something wants to.
Ah, there's your footstep.
That was another voice.
Only because he turns around because I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
What been
It'll
what?
automatically be quiet.
Yeah. We're all stationary at this point. We're not moving at all.
Yeah, not moving.
And then we'll play it again I'll play it a couple of times.
There's somebody
Is there a
watching.
different
that.
atmosphere
Yeah.
in these particular areas?
Definitely.
I don't feel negativity
I'm
at the
freezing
moment.
here.
It's really, really cold here, but I don't feel not. But I do feel something wants to.
That was another voice.
Earphones.
Yeah, it's a clear walk.
Yeah, definitely is clear. Can you hear that?
That was another. That was another voice.
That was children.
Are you picking up anything on your camera? Earphones?
What's weird about it is none of us pick up its footsteps. Alan here said he. I think Alan, this is the point where Alan says he hears like a trinket or a child's toy. You said a child. I didn't say anything. Ian said he picked something up, but he didn't confirm what he picked up. But when you listen to it back, it's footsteps.
Yeah, because it's
play it again.
footsteps.
I do feel something wants to.
Definitely is footsteps.
And it's easily 5 meters away from where we're stood. You can hear that with the you know, in it is definitely in the distance.
That was children.
Are you picking up anything on your camera? Earphones? I feel as children following us, or a child is following us.
But there's also here.
Yeah.
There was I think we're a bit further.
Yeah, I agree
down,
with you,
sorry.
Diane. We
As
kept
get
getting
round,
breaths quite a
there's
lot
a lady been
through it.
picked up, and they call her Mary Ann. And she's been seen, and she used to do things like the ribbons used to be on reels, and they used to be twirling off. You okay?
Yeah, I just did like a trinket. No,
There you go.
A toy, small toy.
Okay.
So we've had the REM pod confirming that there's an electromagnetic field energy going on. So we know that there's something within that area. The REM pod confirms it. Then we've had the EVP of the footstep. I say EVP. It's something walks. It's a footstep. It's as clear. It's as clear as that. Then, as Diane's just pointed out, we've had the sound of a breath.
Mm-hmm.
Then you said that you heard kids. Alan said he heard some sort of trinket, like a children's music box or whatever he said. I can't remember exactly what he said now. He said it was a child's trinket or something, didn't he?
He did, yeah, something like that, yeah.
He says trinket in this, but I remember us having a longer conversation. But I'll have to look in the full footage. Ian confirms he heard something, because Ian's listening to that audio live because he's got headphones in his camera. Yeah, so he can hear that live. And it's snippets like that where we're all confirming what's going on that allows us to think. Oh, Amy's just come on and said that she heard a toy or something go off, she thinks, as well.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, like, through that area, a bit further on past the toilets, I don't want to talk about next week's episode, because what I heard and that I saw down there, and I'm now watching this, is it the same person or what? Quite freaky, actually. I'm getting quite freaked out watching this back again now.
Yeah. So
There's definitely noises.
I'm going to skip it.
Did you once work in this building?
So you can hear the dripping now, quite prominently, and that is
stood
just
right outside the toilets, Aaron.
Yeah, because it had been raining that night, if I remember correctly. So I don't know if it was something to do with that. I can't remember, but it's definitely it's definitely water.
Are you the person who wants to protect us in this building? Create the lights for me. Are you the person who wants to protect? What is it you want to protect us from?
That's water, that.
Do you want us to come down there? Are you still down there? Are you waiting for us to come back?
So the medium in this room asked the question, did they find anybody in the walls?
Yes, she did.
Wow.
Also, I did.
So in terms of that, there's no historical record of any bones being found in the walls or anything like that. As far as I'm concerned, obviously, again, goes right back to Tudor times. A lot of things have happened on this property. So, something may have happened there that you just never know about. For all we know, they stored bodies in there.
Yeah, that's right. We don't know.
We don't know.
Because years and years ago, before an undertaker would get there, they used weeks and weeks on time.
Well,
so who said they didn't use?
I'm thinking even further back to before undertakers and all that sort of stuff.
Well, yeah,
if you think about the history associated to bygone times, which is 500 yards down the road, there's ties to the Cromwellian armies and royalists.
Your favourite man.
yeah. Well, that particular area was a barracks at one time. Do you know what I mean? So God knows what happened there. And then obviously you've got the hangings in the house itself. There could be a number of things that what is prominent throughout the whole property, the whole area, is death. You walk onto the property, and if you just scratch beneath the surface a little bit, you're reminded about how much death has actually happened on this property, and that in itself is chilling. It really is chilling.
It's like the hanging tree in the grounds as you drive.
Oh, perfect therapies, as just said then, isn't the bones in the walls in the wedding room in Heskin Hall?
Is there?
I mean, it really wouldn't surprise me, because it's got such a dark past. I don't know. We're gonna have to look into that one, because that's the first time I've heard that particular thing, but it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, I've heard one bygone times up the road. A baby's supposed to be buried in one of the offices
behind the fireplace, wasn't it? In the foreman's office. Yeah. We'll have to look into that. You're writing writing that down.
Oh, I'll remember. I've got 5 facts in my head.
Yeah. Right. And Diane's saying that they've made contact with Mary Ann at the hall too. So Mary Ann does turn up in this video. she turns up at the staircase when we're getting the heavy electromagnetic field energy on the EMF meter, because you hear Alan at one point whisper, "That's when we called out for Mary Ann."
Yeah.
So
I don't know about
sort
anybody
through.
being in the walls. To a lady, again, who works within the clothing.
So Alan picked up on a sound on this area, and I've gone through Ian's footage and my footage, and I can't hear anything. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but there's no recording of it.
She's picked up on the same thing.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
definitely.
All right, we'll do the same again. I said, I feel we're definitely being followed. Who? I don't know. At this moment, it's a little bit early. We've only just literally started walking around. So again,
And that's the thing. That's the thing. We've been in there. We're walking. Obviously, we were there for a while, setting all the cameras up and doing the interviews and stuff. But this walk around is what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
It took us forever,
Yeah,
didn't it? It was normal, but it just took forever to do.
Yeah.
It was not coming to an end.
Yeah, time just doesn't
Travel.
exist. Well, it just doesn't exist.
No, it didn't.
Everything felt slower and sluggish, and we just were. We didn't bring our A game, even though we did, because we always do. We're always prepared. We got 6 or 7 camera batteries. Everything's charged the night before. We really are prepared for these shoots. But there was something about this place that just completely threw us, and it really did throw us.
And again, you think it's took us from November last year to today to get the episode out, because you just correct. It just didn't want to go out there.
Yeah, because the problem was the quality of the recording, the sound issues, the lighting issues, the focus issues, because I was struggling to pull focus the whole time when I was shooting on the main filming camera. There was lots of setbacks, and at one point we were, in my head at least, it was a write-off, because we like things to be perfect. The only reason why it's not a write-off is because of the evidence and the experience that I had there was so profound. I think the experience we all had there was just profound. It really was.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah,
Put this round before to get
definitely.
behind us, because whatever's following us
Yeah.
is setting off the devices behind as well, isn't it? Okay, I'll just set this off. Again, I'm trying to get the tension, whatever is following
angelic
us,
comfort.
it's following
Yeah,
us. It's free the temp.
that's exactly how it feels. You it's like you're walking through a threshold of some sort, and then you're in a different world. Basically, you're in the spirit's world rather than the living world. That goes back to what Diane said before as well, about when she goes in the mornings to open it up, like
Sarah,
Sarah. That she hears all kinds of stuff, but it was very bizarre in terms of the passage of time. This particular episode's probably 2.5 hours total.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Renee. Hello, Renee.
Hello, Ren. Ren's our friend over in America, who I've recently seen and I spoke to last night on the phone. Hope you're well. Everybody meet our Ren.
Yeah.
Hi.
Renee's a legend. We've been talking to Renee since pretty much from the
14.
the beginning days of Cheftain Paranormal. She helped us consult on all kinds of bits and bobs in terms of evidence, hasn't she, over the years?
She has.
So
Bless her.
yeah, good to see it. Yeah, and in terms of this dimension thing, 100%. Like as I say, you walk into it, and you as soon as you come onto the boundaries of the property, really, isn't it? Like you hit by this quite I don't know how to describe it. It's very ominous, really, isn't it? It's quite a dark feeling, and I think knowing the history associated to the building as well doesn't help the situation from a psychological perspective, but it is like entering another dimension, really. It really is.
It is. It's like when I go during the day, because I've got some good friends there now, through Heskin Hall and everything, Heskin Shopping Village, and I can be there. I can get there for, like, say, 11 o'clock. Time I leave, and all we're doing is sat there chatting, and the time goes nowhere. Before you know it, they'll be ready for closing now. So it is a weird building, but amazing building at the same time.
Definitely. And just to sort of, I'm taking that Renee's idea about the dimension things and running with it here, just as a theory.
Yeah.
There's pockets of electromagnetic field energy that are a lot stronger than your typical sort of K2 hits, REM pod hits. They're very, very precise and very, very strong, which you'll see in a minute when we were monitoring. It was going up to 10, wasn't it, at one point, which is unsafe levels of EMF.
I was sat at the table because we were on our break and Alan went over the meter, the tri-field meter, and I thought, he looks a bit funny. And one time I thought, has he lost his balance? And obviously that's when he stepped forward and went, Pam. And I knew then there was something wrong.
Yeah. Was that, sorry, who was that, Alan or Ian?
It was Alan.
Yeah, well, we talk about it because that was one of the things when we moved into the threshold that Victoria was talking about, with the arches when we were walking through. When we stepped into that second part towards the snowman, that area there, just before we got back to the hub area, the energy completely changed, and you could feel it. You physically feel it, like the change. And obviously we had these really sort of magnified pockets of electromagnetic field energy, and I think Renee's right. I think quite possibly these could be portals. Yeah, like these could be entry points for the spirits to come and go, and they're sort of manipulating what's going on.
I'm getting quite excited again for next week's episode, because I think myself or Ian may have said, is that a portal?
Yeah.
I don't want to describe what I saw because it's all there on video.
So something.
It all comes in for that.
Something we definitely need to do if we go back and look at this again is get the structured light camera, the SLS, on these areas. So if we can mark. Go on.
Aaron, I'm going to interrupt you.
Go on.
Have you just turned round and said, if we get a chance to get back in there?
Yeah.
Did you say you're going to come?
Well, I can't. I can't.
I heard you say, everybody's a witness to you've just said, we'll get back in there.
There's questions unanswered now, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? Like, I really want to run with this theory that there's pockets of energy that are concentrated and they are portals, and I think that's where the spirits are slipping in and out. I really do.
Hi, Jan. You okay?
So we're
gonna
have to go back in there, I think.
Yeah, if Sarah will allow us back in, Sarah's the management upstairs. If she can allow that'd be amazing. 3 or 4.
I think if we can map out the locations where we think these portals are.
Yeah.
I know, Renee. Don't say that. It's. I mean, you'll see my reaction in a minute. I in the end I had to leave because it was awful. Like it really it was a profound experience for me in terms of what I felt personally. Well, I'll show you that in a minute. But I really want to put it to the test now. These pockets, because they are pockets. Each area has specific things going on. We get the SLS cameras on them, the temperatures, barometric pressure meters, everything we've got, just for everything we've got in these specific areas. So I'm not saying we investigate the whole building, just these.
No be tricking.
These specific areas. I think potentially there's a higher probability of catching a full apparition on camera. I'll be honest with you.
Let's just wait for next week's because we've got quite a lot on that as well. So we move a bit of we'll be boring everybody because we'll be on here all night.
Yeah, good point. So let me move it to where things go a bit haywire. So get rid of my ugly.
I think you having a chat there. I'm glad you put that bit in, Aaron. Tell you the truth.
I had to because nobody would understand what's going on otherwise. This particular meter here is a tri-field meter. Renee, that's exactly what happened. I felt sick, felt like I had pressure on my shoulders. I went dizzy. I was off balance, and very, very, very anxious. I really was. This tri-field meter here, Rennie, you definitely know what this is, but for the guys that don't know what this is a more sensitive piece of equipment that picks up electromagnetic field energy like the REM pod and the K2 and so on, but it's very, very, very precise. And as you can see, you've got these red lines. The minute that needle hits the solid red line, you're coming into quite dangerous levels of electromagnetic field energy. And this goes back again to what Renee's saying about it, a portal. I don't know why we never thought that. I really don't know why we didn't think that. Because if you think about it, we had a reaction from the spirit of Tom, because we asked questions about Tom. We had a reaction from, is it the one, Anne? Marianne. Had a reaction from there. We had a reaction from something else. And we had a reaction for something else on top of that as well, didn't we? There was another male presence there. Who's to say that when we're stood in these areas of high electromagnetic field energy, that they're not just coming through that portal to come and say hello and then pushing back again?
I believe anyway, because spirit do come in visitation.
Yeah.
You know, I don't believe they're here all the time, but they're interested in what they can why can't they come and say hello to us?
Yeah, I don't know why we never thought of that in the first place. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm intrigued now. I've got a niche.
I think it's because too much was happening all at once.
Yeah, I was overwhelmed. I was completely overwhelmed. I couldn't apply any logic to what was going on at the time because, like Rennie says, I was anxious and feeling ill.
I feel how anxious you was. I'm so worried about you.
But you'll see now the needle just goes mental.
I tried kept it still stock as it was going. Yeah,
it's going. I got it.
You got it. Who is it? Who are you?
See again the autofocus.
Okay, can you take it up to 10 for me? Whoa! Can you take it right up to 10? And again, thank you. Adam,
focus.
What the hell is that?
Mate, just to put some perspective into this.
Go on.
Right, I've been sat in that chair.
Yeah.
Literally there for the last 10-15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sick. I feel dizzy. My stomach, I feel like I could vomit. And those EMF levels are ridiculously high.
Adam's going again. Adam's just making its way. Look, it's pinging. Go on, take it up for me. Thank you. Look at that. Thank you.
I mean, you
can
see
take it back down.
Those
back
levels
down for me.
are...
Thank you.
Mate, that's insane.
They were high.
Wow. Oh, just stop dead.
Are you
Right.
Tom?
Whoa, look at that.
Can you just pause that there? Right, in the background, that you can hear Diane talking. They were witnessing other stuff going on and hearing other stuff going on at the same time. But speaking.
You broke up then, Mum. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. You can hear speaking in the background. It was Diane and Ian, and they were hearing and seeing things. Whilst we were concentrating on this, because I'm stood behind Alan at the.
Yeah.
But they were experiencing things as well. Those poor won't have an.
Janet, just there, what you're saying about you thought you heard someone repeat what was being spoken near the beginning. That was a common thing throughout the night. That we kept hearing little whispers and stuff. I've not highlighted an awful lot of it because there was quite a lot of background noise and interference and stuff like that. But it's 100% happening. Definitely with you on that one. And again, Diane, the breaths. There's several points throughout the whole video where there's a lot of breaths. In part 2, it's the same scenario as well. And then Renee's
all the way through.
Renee's saying about closing the portals won't have an effect on the spirits being there, but will keep the unwanted entities out, and it'd be safer for all. 100% agree with you, Renee. I really do. I really do. And usually we're really strict about that sort of stuff, but I think...
Yeah.
Well, we were hoodwinked. There's no way I mean, I'd never even thought about a portal until Renee's just said it.
Yeah. But me and Ian did speak about it. If it was caught on camera because of what we saw, because of what I saw, we did say, oh, because until we finished that for the evening and we ran the building, we explained to the cafe owner what was going on, and he explained something to us, and I was just gobsmacked. So
Yeah.
again, next week.
Yeah, next time we go, more protection, 100%, and as Rennie's pointed out there, closing those off, or at least crystallising our auras so that we can't be interfered with from them. I just can't
The
believe
horse
it.
there and the river.
Of all the
Yeah.
of all the places we've been to in the country and in the world, in your case,
Yeah.
we never ever let our guard down, and we let our guard down. Well, I let my guard down in this place. I really did.
Are you Tom? It's Tom.
Whoa!
Nice to meet you, Tom.
Tom, if this is you, can you take the needle off for me again? Go on, keep going. Right up, that's it, thank you.
That was into the 20s then.
Right
What?
up to...
Yeah.
So,
Go on.
Janet, this is the mimicking voice potentially that you're talking about, and we get called out. It says sin.
Keep going, right up, that's it, thank you. Go on, keep going. Right up, that's it, thank you. Right up to 10.
Definitely a sin.
Yeah, and it would be considered witchcraft or a sin, especially we're going way back when
Yeah.
for that sort of stuff.
Can we move it to the next one?
Yeah.
Hey Thomas, and I saw it move. I was just stood behind you.
For it to be picked up on there, it's a huge energy spike.
Yeah, most definitely.
No wonder we feel sick and dizzy.
Yeah.
She said he was going to be with us tonight.
We're all getting
hang
jumpy.
on, have you just seen somebody? Right, well that's where I saw the flash of light.
Big black figure moved across that window and disappeared.
Oh! Spiking again, as you talked about it. Come on, is this you?
I need to just explain this. Alan's excited here because this particular
I'm about to say,
device,
he's so excited, isn't he?
this particular device doesn't usually act the way it's acting. Usually it's very, very small fluctuations. To see it doing what it's doing is it's insane, and that's why Alan's getting quite passionate about it, because you just don't see it, do you? Like most places we go to. The problem is when several teams or people investigate locations, so intentionally open portals and don't close them. Yeah, this is it, Rennie. It's quite possible, and obviously the amount of people that go in and out all day, every day as well. It's all emotions and things, isn't it? It can charge the atmosphere. And then perfect therapies. I've also had my back to the therapy room door upstairs and felt someone walk in, but because I've been busy, said I'll be with you in a minute. Turn around and there's no one in the room. Again, that backs up, literally backs up what we were feeling in there, because we felt like we were being followed constantly. There was an anxiety there. And to back that up, the electromagnetic field energy is ridiculously charged, which makes you feel paranoid and nervous as well, even from a scientific perspective and not just the paranormal perspective. Electromagnetic field energy really can make you feel not yourself.
Feel bad. Yeah, make yourself poorly,
Yeah.
Where is that other name that comes up?
Marianne
No, the other one.
doesn't come up.
Aaron.
Doesn't come up in this. It comes up in part 2.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Betty, are we talking about?
No, we're talking about Aaron.
Aaron?
Yeah.
I'm right here. I am Aaron.
Well, you hear spirit saying that. Aaron.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that bit actually. That's in here somewhere. Hang on.
Take the needle
Is
up for
anybody
me then,
else?
is this you? Take the needle up high. Are we...
Keep going. Thank you. Go on.
Around
Keep
here, I
it
think.
moving. Right over into the dark red. Oh my God, I can't believe this is moving. Right over into the dark red. Come on, keep going. Come on, Tom.
Right, just as an experiment,
VVP.
because the EMF's so high, we shouldn't sit here for
There,
a
there
We
was.
shouldn't sit here for a start. An experiment,
VVP.
because the EMF's so high, we shouldn't sit here for a start. We shouldn't sit here for a start because it'll make.
That's it.
Right, just
Yeah,
as an
that's it.
experiment,
VVP.
because the
Well, we can
EMF's so
just
high,
listen.
we shouldn't sit here for a start. We shouldn't sit.
VVP.
Because the EMF's so high, we shouldn't sit here for a start. We shouldn't sit here.
You hear
We
Aaron.
shouldn't sit here for a start. We shouldn't sit here. sit here for a we shouldn't sit here for a start because it'll make
Yeah, so in the edit, my initial thoughts were that sounded like it was saying my name. I put whisper there because I can't say for certain, but
I heard it quite clear, didn't I?
Yeah,
Before even
it's got the same syllables as my name, so
yeah.
Is that whisper saying out? Yeah, there we go. Look, Amy's just said, "Is that whisper saying Aaron?" I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it is, but yeah, I'll play it again for you.
right. Just as an experiment,
VVP.
because the EMF's so high, we shouldn't sit here for a start. We shouldn't sit here for a start because it'll make us feel ill.
Yeah.
Sit here for a
Don't
we
be
shouldn't
so
sit here for a sit here for a we shouldn't sit here for a start because it'll make us feel
I can't. It's a little bit muddy, but I can definitely hear it. But then I'm like, is it just in my head? But if everybody else can hear it too, it's definitely. That's why I left it a whisper, because I didn't want to influence people in terms of what they think they can hear.
It's Betty trying to contact you.
Well, we got. So if you think about it, it said sin, and then Aaron. Are they punishing me because, from their perspective, what we're doing would be considered witchcraft or a sin?
Yeah, possibly.
Might be reading too much into it, but out of experience, when we've been in other places, it's a similar sort of scenario, especially in Tudor period, like Tudor, buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
ill. And
Yeah, we're going to move now anyway.
Can I just ask, was that fire?
Yeah, Renee said it's saying Aaron as well.
It shouldn't be like that now.
High up.
It shouldn't be like that now
This was
because
just amazing.
that
This
was almost out
doesn't
when
make
they left.
sense.
Why has it gone back up? No one's put any wood on it.
That's a good point. It was nearly out before.
It was. Look at it now.
So again, just for perspective, and hello Neil, Diane, and Perfect
Hi, Neil.
Therapies. If you can help us with this, that fire wasn't topped up. When all the staff left, it was dying. It was a dead flame, wasn't it? It was
Yeah, it was
basically small.
Twice.
Yeah, small embers. And twice, out of nowhere, it just started roaring again like that. Now, obviously, it has got a clean oxygen supply going outside from the chimney. You know, if wind's blowing through it, sort of thing. I don't know.
No,
But
damn, look how that it's roaring. If you go along, you get wait, it was roaring. It's as if somebody had just lit it. It's like it was quite wild.
I mean, from there's no extra wood in there or anything like that. That's the weird part about it.
Yeah, it's like our Diane Berry. She's got one at home. She's got a couple of them, and so like I said, there's no way once they're out, you've got to restart it again.
Yeah.
It can't relight itself unless you put firelights in or whatever they use now, Kindle or whatever. But yeah, that was really. And now we kind of understand why that's happened, because part 2 we'll tell you. It's all about it.
It's also the string of events that occur in this particular section of the film as well. And again, I can only apologise in terms of how non-linear it is in terms of following a story and everything, but it's completely raw, just us walking around with the camera panicking effectively, because strange things started to happen. So we got the build-up, and it really was a build-up of EMF. We've got audible sounds throughout the building, so electronic voice phenomenon. We've got some poltergeist activity in terms of something was thrown earlier on. We've also got footsteps, mimicking in terms of voices, like Janet pointed out earlier on. And then my name being said, again, shows intelligence, not just residual energy, in intelligence. And then the big finale, which is coming, that basically ended my night, because that was the last tether. I couldn't take any more. All whilst this was going on, I was feeling physical symptoms as well. I was feeling sick and dizzy and just really not myself and really off balance and a bit strange, to be honest.
Yes. Right, we're going to put both down.
Oh, Diane, fire is always out before we leave unless you had asked us for it to be topped up. It would have been left.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It was definitely not topped up. There was no extra fuel put in it, nothing, because it was just small embers that was left in it,
it was
to go off.
It wasn't even. It was quite smouldering, wasn't it? It was nearly out.
Yeah. So that's the plan, Janet. We are definitely teasing you because part 2's good. Part 2's very interesting.
No, just only one.
Well, this is when it starts to go really crazy.
There you go. It's going.
Thank you.
That's a massive EMF.
Yeah, mate, it was. I felt it before in my head. My head absolutely swayed. I just stopped. I looked at your mum and thought, "Oh, what's happening here?"
Yeah.
And I thought there was something down there. And then all of a sudden, the meter went.
Yeah.
But it's just that obviously no one witnessed it but myself. But now you've seen that the meter has been going. Marianne, if this is you, can you move something?
So this is so what we tend to do when we're filming. We'll do a walk around, and then once we're ready, we'll do all the filming bits for that. We'll go lights out, and when we go lights out and into night vision, that's like usually this is like the solid block of the investigation, isn't it? So we'd started the primary investigation at this point.
Yeah. I like us being in colour as well, though, Aaron.
Yeah, I do definitely. It's definitely it's easier.
Yeah.
It's easier for me as well, to be honest with you, because obviously, especially filming in 4K in colour on a you know, it's definitely if you capture anything and visually, you don't get that complaint of it's always on a grainy rubbish picture, on a phone camera. And, well, actually, no. Yeah, here you go. It's in 4K, So, I think we should definitely stick with at least doing half of whatever we're filming in colour. Yeah.
Okay.
So some footsteps. This is coming from upstairs now. I'm assuming the therapy room's upstairs, is it?
Yeah, it's just to the right of the staircase.
Right hand side. Okay. So,
But again, we've got videos.
Do you hear walking?
I heard something.
Yeah. I've gone cold.
Go on, sorry, what was that?
Yeah, we've got videos from other staff I can't remember, is it like a gift shop, and she's caught orbs that disturbed her throughout the night.
You're breaking up again. You broke up.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's everything under £10. That's Sarah's shop, Perfect Therapies, and she's got where a camera wakes her up through the night, and that's gone past the camera and it's triggered it off. Okay. Again, we've got all the footage that we can put on.
See if you can get copies of all this and collate it. Our next live next week after part 2 goes out, we could go through that and analyse it and have a look and
okay.
See what's going on.
Can you help me out there, ladies at the shop?
Yeah, just get a big WhatsApp group and get them all to just spam you with everything they've got, and then
we've already got a WhatsApp.
Well, there you go. Just get them to spam everything for you.
Cold. I've just heard footsteps all up the top there.
Can you do that again for us, please?
So that's Alan confirming the footsteps that he heard.
Yeah.
And then he whispers there.
Can you do that again for us, please?
That was going on, Marianne.
That was calling on Marianne. So the footsteps and the K2 are correlated with the calling on Marianne.
Marianne, can you see the box at the very top of the stairs? Can you walk towards that box? Can you touch it for me? Makes a nice tune. Can you do that? Like the box on the stairs here, the one at the top. We've just heard someone walking. Okay. We feel...
Hello.
We feel we heard the door going earlier on in this vicinity, and now the alarms have gone off on the door, on one of the doors. There's no one here but us. So we literally can't, we're locked in. We'll have to ring the owners. Everything's going a bit pear-shaped tonight. There's a lot of activity. EMF is very strong, and someone's trying to get our attention. And as you can hear now, the alarm's going off. So we need to get back to base and find out what's going on.
So
we just stopped it there. I was like,
we're 100% stopping it there because there's a few bits that we don't have on film that happened in this situation.
We would just was yourself, Diane, and then me, and then
You broke up again.
Okay, there was yourself, Diane, and myself walking towards, and we got as far as there, really, where you stop the camera now. And Ian and Alan behind us. And all of a sudden, the alarms went off. It went blue. It went blue, and you can't see that because we're in night vision. We went, what the hell? We've not been anywhere. We've not touched anything. What the heck is going on? So me and Diane went straight back while Alan's explaining what's going on to ring Alberto, and he said there's no alarms on, and he said you can hear the alarms going off. But go to you, Aaron.
Yeah, so just to add to this, right at the beginning of the film, and I keep coming back to this because I just think it was really fitting with what Victoria was saying. She explained that at any point throughout the night, if you were in trouble, there was a spirit gentleman there called Tom that was there to watch out for us, and almost like he was there to protect us, but he's associated with the property. And at this point, we were walking from one area to another area, as my mum was saying. The feelings that I was getting was so intense at this point. I just asked him ahead, Tom, if you're there, can you give us a hand, because this is a bit too much. And as that happened, as I had that thought, that's when the alarm went off. So I am 100%, and I know as an outsider looking in, it sounds completely bonkers, but I am 100% convinced that this Tom gentleman spirit triggered that alarm in order for me to get out of the building, because we're locked in. We can't get out of the building at this point.
You literally turned and said that to me, Mum. That's Tom set it. I need to go. I'm so
that
out of the building now.
Literally saved by the bell, quite literally, with that.
Yeah.
And something that we didn't pick up on camera, because obviously we panicked when the alarm went off, was that we actually saw somebody walk towards the door, didn't we, on the side entrance? The alarm went off, and then that person walked away. So we're like, oh, somebody's come and turned the alarm off for us. Great, that's fine.
Me and Diane can describe what we saw. We both saw it together. We were stood looking out the picture window by the fire, and we literally, like, this is for next week, but let's put it to you. It was just a black shadow, and he looked like he was carrying a lantern. Not a torch, it looked like a lantern. So people still use them, don't they? Because candles in and everything. Yeah. Okay. Did you, about me and Diane seeing this, like, it just looked like a man in black. We saw him go into the barn, the alarms went off, and we thought, don't let him go, because Aaron needs to get out the building. We rang Alberto, and he says, I'm still 10 minutes away, because he lives about 20 minutes away. And he said, I'll be there for 10 minutes away. And we went, what? We just couldn't believe what we saw.
Yeah, and yeah, it was just insane. It was just insane. Yeah. Diane said, where are we there? You'd already been in that area, so no reason for the alarms to go off. Yeah, exactly. So definitely 100% as far as I'm concerned, that was Tom, and he was there to help me. And then we just pushed back towards the end of the episode. This was shot on an iPhone, because at this point I'd given up. I'm not filming any episodes at this point. I'm done. My camera was put down, and that was it. I was done. And for me, I was really in the fight and flight, and I had to get out. And this is just it's a raw reaction of me being scared, effectively. And it takes a lot for me to be scared these days compared to the original days back 15 years ago when I'd just run away at the slightest sound. But I genuinely felt scared, and I felt, I'm not going to say I felt threatened, because I didn't feel threatened, but I felt very on edge and very overwhelmed. I think that's probably the best way to describe it, because obviously
when you got home, you still felt it, didn't you?
Yeah, like it was lingering on me for a couple of days after it. I had to get my wife to go around the house with some sage, just to make the air feel calmer at home. But it was almost like we give something attention that's probably not had attention for a long time, and because of giving them that attention, they sort of latched on a little bit. That's how that's what I feel happened, and I wasn't mentally prepared to even. I wasn't mentally prepared to do anything, to be quite. Like I say, I walked right into the building to experience. Like, it's just I've no words. I really have no words. I really don't. So.
Well, you said you'll go back in now. We're invited back. So anything?
I've got some ideas for some experiments that I think we need to do. I think we need to lock some cameras off overnight.
Yeah.
If we can.
And this is a working place. There's a lot of people that go to this place because it's amazing shops. There's some amazing head off in there at all. So it doesn't put anybody off going. If anything, you should go.
Yeah. But I think that pretty much sums up everything. Now, obviously, yeah.
Just go back to where you freak out a little bit, Aaron.
Why?
I like watching it.
That's a horrible
Okay,
thing to
we
say.
just went down the back room. We've lost Cameron, and he can't take this no more. He feels he's being consumed. Something's attaching himself to him. We've had a lot of EMF in this.
Yeah, Alan articulated it well better than I could at the time. I felt like something attached itself to me, basically.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Area. It's been really, really strong. We thought it was okay, something like that, but the medium said she wants to get out earlier on. She couldn't stay in here. What energies are around us at the moment? We don't know. We're unaware.
We're just waiting for security to come now because we're locked in. We can't get out. And
It's here now.
Here,
Like you say, it's here.
and the security's about 10 minutes away. Are you okay, Aaron?
No, I just need to get out.
I'm so worried.
Okay, guys. It's only the second time we've just tried to hit the building.
Yeah.
Right? Alarms have gone off and everything. We were warned about being in here.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't feel it straight away. You know what I mean?
It's just tense, isn't it? Just tense.
He's our cameraman, been on here tonight as well.
Yeah. Ian, more of a cameraman, how are you feeling?
I feel fine.
You feel fine? Are you picking anything up?
Only what I felt earlier.
Yeah.
A man, a woman.
Yeah.
I'm not picking any children up.
Right, okay.
Just a man and a woman.
Okay. Diane, you just saw sound.
It's a little intense.
A little intense.
I feel like I could get out actually, and I think it's worse when you can't
great
get
work,
out the door
Di.
when it's locked.
Yeah.
It
Look at the
makes
gator.
you feel
Look at the
more.
gator.
And then,
Now in this area before, we used a tri-feel meter,
Yeah.
and that tri-feel has got a massive spike.
He's here.
Yeah, I nearly fell over because the energy that it hit me inside.
Are you right packing my stuff up?
yes, yes.
Aaron, do you want me to bring it up to you tomorrow?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do. Yeah.
Deep breaths.
Yeah. Again, just to put that into perspective, thousands of pounds worth of camera equipment. I'm just like, don't worry about it. Just throw it in a bag. I don't care. I need to go. And I would have just left it there.
Yeah.
I would have happily just left it there. As soon as I get off that road, I'll be fine. I know I will. But
In this
I'm not
place,
sad.
aren't you?
I'm not sad. This is this building. This is this energy, and
It's making him feel trapped.
it's too overwhelming, and it's all here. And that smell won't leave my nostrils, and it's really like.
Do you think it could have been someone in a wheelchair or something?
I
that
don't know.
Oh.
I need to leave.
Could have been from a care home that could have brought him for a day out, and
And that alarm's gone off for a reason. That's why I'm gone.
that tipped you over the edge. The alarm.
She said that Tom will look after us.
And
He
she
set that
did
he set
say-
that alarm off
Yeah.
to get me out.
Yeah.
I agree with you, mate.
I'm sorry, mate.
I totally agree. Safety
I've
comes
always
first.
told you I'll draw the line.
Yeah.
There we go. The alarm went off then as well. The alarm's just gone off then.
And yeah, because
Your phone and just.
Yeah.
there now is needs under the door.
Safety comes first.
But he never turned the alarm off though, did he? That's the thing.
No. It went on? No, that's right. It went on.
Because when he came to the door and opened the door,
He says the alarm's not going off.
yeah, he said the alarm, and then when he checked it, he said the alarm hadn't gone off full stop. But well,
That's
you heard it, so it definitely went off. Like,
yeah. Just amazing place. And Janet's asked, is she able? To be able to go? No.
and that's it's
That's
just
fair
too
enough,
much.
mate. That's okay. Don't worry. There's nothing to worry about.
Some bad things happen there. I don't know what it is, but
Phone ring.
Is Diane's phone not working as well? Another thing that stopped working, the phones.
No.
So there we go. That's a big summary of the episode.
Yeah, but so when we turned around and said, "Oh, he's now,"
You're breaking
to the
up
wind
again.
picture. Okay, when you heard Diane say, "Oh, he's here now," that's when we walked over to the picture window and we saw the dark shadow. The alarm went off a few seconds later, and we said, "Well, we don't want him to go without him coming to." So I tried to ring him, and that's when he turned around and said, "I'm still on my way."
Yeah.
And the alarm hadn't been triggered off.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody, you can hear it. It was all going a luminous blue.
Yeah.
Just amazing. So you're going to be watching next week?
Hopefully,
Oh my God, Amy, you want to investigate there too? Well, I don't think it'd be impossible because I don't think the management would like that. But we never say never.
You can join us. You can join us in spirit on a live stream though, and turn all your lights off while you watch it. That'll be creepy enough, I imagine. But
thanks, Diane.
At this stage, what we're 50% through the investigation. Is it haunted?
Aaron, you there?
I'm there. Can you hear me?
I can now. Diane's just asked, can we make it a regular thing? I think we're ready to do that, and I would like of the core, the most welcome to come here and join in the conversation. Possibly get Ian on and Alan if he wants to, or Di if she wants to. But I think it'd be good to do this continuously because I think we have some good feedback there. It's good to talk over our episodes.
Yeah, it's good to get insight, isn't it, from both sides.
As like through Paraflix and True Ghost Stories, we've had people watch these episodes and say, "Did you not hear it?" Hear that, and I've come back to you. Did you hear it? And then we sit back and we watch it again. Like, bloody hell, we've missed that. Yeah. And so it is good that other people can tune in, listen to it, and we can go through. We've got some amazing stuff out there.
It's a chance to get feedback as well, and sort
definitely.
of evolve what we're doing as well, and because at the end of the day, we want this to be entertaining and interesting as well. You know, we're trying to tell a story. We're trying to tell a story, and we're trying to be as scientific and as professional as we possibly can be with it. You know. So that's everybody said it's 100% haunted. So 50% in, and we're already saying it's haunted. Do you know what do you know what we need to do, Mum? We need to next time on the next investigation, we'll get a poll set up so everybody can vote at the end, and it'll say at the end whether they think it's haunted or not. That'd be good.
Yeah, definitely. And if you see anything about behind me, it's not haunted.
Yeah. And the really important thing as well is all investigations moving forward. I'll be back. I've had a while out just due to obviously things going on at home and mental health and God knows what else. So the COVID times wasn't a good time for everybody in my house, but I'll be back from Heskin Hall next week, won't I? So
Heskin Hall next Friday. We've still got a few places left for anybody who'd like to. Please get in contact. And Aaron, I'm going to cry.
You're breaking up, so fortunately I don't have to be cringed out.
Well, it's true. I'm not being cringy. I am happy you are coming back. Because this is our passion that we did 50. And at the moment, I don't like the way it's gone. And stick together. We all need to stick together as a unity, and that's what. So don't let me down. You'll be there with me, and I know you will.
Yeah, and we want to get our community involved a lot more as well.
Amy. Yeah.
Don't we?
Amy, if you want you can, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Also, so next week is going to be part 2, and then are we going to jump to America? And then we've got the Royal Arcade in South.
Yep. So we're going over to. So Rennie's actually a guest. Does a guest appearance on that one for us, doesn't she? And
Rennie's going to come try and get this. She's going to come on the camera and talk live with us as well, like we are doing now. If you're up, show because she's got everything there.
Yeah, we can show that. Yeah.
and I think it'd be good to see if Diane would want to come round, maybe, to see if they want to come round. So
yeah. Oh, cheers, Diane. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. But yeah, so moving forward, it's going to be exciting stuff. And like I said, we, as a community of all paranormal enthusiasts and investigators, we really want to try and expand on this YouTube thing and getting guests coming to talk.
Because I'd like to do that on other people's episodes. Like, we sit and go through their episodes. Like if they want to do that with ours, then because again, everybody sees and hears different again, and it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we've got loads. I think with this can be like a weekly thing.
Yeah. Oh, although we need to sort out why you're breaking in and out. That's annoying, but we'll fix that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to our first ever. Maybe what can we call it? What have we called it?
At the moment, is it haunted live? But I think it should be something along the lines of ghost stories or something like that. I don't know. We'll have a think. Maybe we can put a poll out for that, and everybody can decide that as well. So,
yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, over and out, and thank you again, everyone.
Yep. See you guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Another live stream next week. Bye. Bye.
Bye.